help desk video, I want to answer a question I recently received about how to find recently purchased books in your library, because when this person was trying to find the books, all sorts of different books that they had never bought were showing up in their library panel. What do you do? So I want to show you two things about how to make sure you're on the right screen in the right place, because you can actually access the store in your library, but then also how to filter out resources that you recently bought, just especially if you buy a package of books and you just want to see the list. But the books that are new to your library instead of all the books in that package. So I've got the library here. It's in the upper left-hand corner. It's the icon that has the stacked books right next to the home button. I'm going to open it, but it opens up as a pop-out when you click on it, just like this. When I'm working in the library, I often like to drag it and drop it onto my home screen so it can open up as its own panel. So I'm going to take this, just click on it, left click, drag it, and drop it down to the home screen. Now I don't have to worry about the popping, and if I accidentally click outside of it, that library goes away. If I'm doing a lot of research using the library, I tend to have this open so I can filter out my books, because it's just amazing that you can have your books like being in a book library, and they're all just right there, and you can bring them to you at command. Very cool stuff. But if you're ever in this panel and you're seeing a lot of books, maybe in different languages, or books that you've not purchased before, and you're like, this looks weird, or you search for a book and it's not showing up, right here on the upper right hand corner of the library panel, we have two options: library and add to library. Right now I'm in the library panel, the library tab, and that opens up all of the resources that I own. But if you click add to library, that's actually going to take you to the store for Logos Bible Software of logos.com. And you can also add books to your print library, which we're not going to talk about in this video, but anywhere that a book has this preview by, you're able to actually click on that. It's going to open up a web link to the Logos store, and you're able to see the price and a description if you're interested in it. So you can purchase books directly from the library, which I think is pretty cool. But you can also make sure, if you want to find your books, just to be in the library right there. And then these are all the books that you have. But let's say, just like the person who wrote me in, they want to find the books that they added recently. One of the cool things about this menu over here on the left-hand side, this is your filter menu, is that at the very bottom we have this added section, right? You're added. That is last 7 days, last 14 days, last 30 days. So if you're buying packages, this is really handy if you want to see what new books are added to your library in those packages. You can say, hey, I want to see what are all the resources I bought in the last 7 days. Click on it, you get a list right there, and you're able to see all the books that you bought. Really helpful if you bought a package and you need to go through all those books, but you do want to see what you have now. You're able to do that. If you don't have this filter menu when you open up your library, the reason is because it is not open. And this hamburger menu right here, these three lines kind of look like a hamburger, right next to the Find Books search panel. When you click on that, it toggles open and close that filter menu. Now, let's say there was a specific book that you wanted to find within your new resources, or maybe just in general, and you think, I bought the book, let's say Knowing God by J.I. Packer, I want to find it. To do that, you're going to type the word title, colon, Knowing God, and then put Knowing God in quotes, and then all of the books that have Knowing God in the title, because this search query is in quotes, they're going to show up. If you just search Knowing God, you're going to get a different list that will have Knowing God, because right there, J.I. Packer, Knowing God, but you're going to get a lot more books that have that kind of information. So if you're wanting to find a specific resource by title, just title, colon, open quote, Knowing God, end quote, and then those resources with that in the title are going to show up right away. So want to thank the person for sending this question. I hope this video has helped. If you have any questions, please go to the website preacherprep.com and find one of the ways to contact me, or just put a comment on one of the videos. I'll see it, and I will hopefully be able to help you out. Until next time.